Hey. Hey, Puss. So there were some ideas about biasing the foil instead of using spacers. From Jonas Jonas Krut. The one from the folding ribbon thingy. Puss, can you maybe... Yeah, it's a very nice power supply. I'm glad you like it. But one thing, I don't think it's gonna work, but at least let's give it a try. I mean, why not? So I'm first gonna do it without an audio signal. Puss, can you please... Ja? Ben je klaar? Kom maar, Puss. So I'm gonna apply a voltage, and I can also limit the current, which is quite useful before I blow the ribbon straight away. Puss, you're really sweet. Can you please let me do my thing? She needs some attention, I guess. Hey! So it moves inwards. So I switch the polarity. Don't want to like burn the ribbon down. I'll move you closer so you can see what I see. There's some retards outside that are, I don't know, having cool stories. So we should be able to see it move outwards. It's not much, but it is. It's using half an amp, so that's 1.5 watt. That's a little bit too much, I think. And since it is current driven, there is no way you can use less. So I'm gonna remove some of the tapes and see what it does. Oh. This is also fuck. Oh, everything is fucked on this coil. So that one is screwed, but the tape is sitting on the foil, which is annoying. So this corrugation is quite screwed. So this is the best I can do while still being attached to the structure. So the idea is to have it a little bit loose, so there is room to expand. Let's apply some voltage and see what happens. So I'm gonna add 1 volt, which gives us, nope, one and a half volts, which result in a power consumption of 0.5 watt. which is rather much. Well, let's see what it wants to do. It doesn't want to stick, it just swaps over to the next magnet. What the fuck? Do you see what I see? Can we get this with less power? So it's sitting there right now. Jesus, Jonas, you might be right. So I want as little as possible power consumption to do this. This is 0.1 watt. I'm not sure if you've seen it move, but here, let me. Now, at the power. Did you see it pop out? I think that was quite clear. It's using 0.1 watt. And it's like a perfect circle. This really surprises me a lot. This is really insane. So now the next thing is, I'll add the audio. I mean, still there's many hurdles that I think this will increase a lot of the distortion, but we'll see. So I got my audio connectors here. I'll zoom out a little bit. So these push my audio connectors. Not sure how nice, if this thing, my amplifier likes it if I connect it straight to this thing. Well, definitely not. I mean, I need to have a capacitor in between because it blocks DC voltage, so this voltage doesn't enter the amp. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use two caps on the positive and the minus to, well, I don't know, just to be sure. I don't know if there's some leak current or whatever. I don't want to blow up my crappy amp because it's all I have. So I'll find two of the same capacitors. So I need two caps that are the same. So this is 33 micro. I think I got more loads of them. 33. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a cap here and then put it over here somewhere. You can see the membrane popping in and out. There is hardly any output. But that could be of many reasons, like, for instance, I fucked up the thing. No, apparently not. Actually, when it's connected, even when no current is present, it drops it. And I guess because it's shorting out inside this circuit. So the biasing itself works. Let me add a power resistor. That might be a good idea. That might also solve this issue when you connect it that it's acting up weird. 18 ohm. It's not a huge one, but it's something. So I'll add it. In between these two. Do I have a clip to connect this? Like really, that's really my style, to clip everything. Make it like really crappy. So I'm gonna wind this one here, this one there. This will ensure a crappy connection. No, well, now it is at 2.4 volt. And it's using 1.3 watt, but mostly I think maybe I don't need to be in constant current then. So I use 2.4 volt. To 0.24 watt, but mostly it will be in the... It's not true, it's not mostly, but part of it will end up in the resistor. That's far more output. Okay. Now let's see, if we bridge this, it becomes shittier. Okay, so let's find ourselves some more resistors. So I removed a 15 ohm resistor. Now I'm gonna lower this, and we're gonna put in 0.14 amp once more. Oh. So, same amperage as bias. Now see if the resistor makes a difference in how it performs. And fuck, I should have done the exact same measurement just before. Well, I'll have to do it now then. Damn it. I just want to know if there is a benefit of adding more resistance in between the membrane and the power supply to separate sort of the audio from maybe the audio shorting out in this circuit in here. Because I don't know if that is a thing. So I add the 15 ohm resistor once more. good in measurement. This is also fiddly. Put it on 0.14. Let's remeasure and then we can compare them. If there is any difference by doing that. So I'll take you over. So, this was with 15 ohm less, and this was with the 15 ohm. Is there much difference? Well, there is some difference in the top end. This is with less, this is with more. So it was 15 and 33, 33 ohm, 18 ohm. Not sure why the frequency response also changed a little bit, but that might be just because it was biased again. It was just sitting a slightly different than before, I think. Although they look quite the same. Let me give them another color, red. Yeah, they're the same. There's no difference. So there is something changing in the distortion department. So my guess, or at least that's what I'm going to do right now, adding more resistance, see if that helps. Who knows? So I added another 30 ohms. So it's consuming much more power now, but it's burned in the resistors. There's still the obvious resonances, but so 18 ohm, 33 ohm, and 36 ohm. So let's compare 18 and 63, sorry. But let's say we choose a frequency, let's see what the difference is, at 4.46K. 18 ohm, it's 0.091%, and with the 63 it's 0.083. So minor increase. Lowered resonance, distortion, sorry. Then at 3.58K, 0.1%, so that's more round number, nice round number. 18 ohms, it's 0.113, so also slightly, well, 10% better. I mean, it is 10%, sounds like a lot. But yeah, at 0.1%, that's not that much. But it does changes up the thing. So a big resistor, power resistor in between, and this could work. Time to make some foils, I guess. Talk to you later. And thanks, Jonas, for the idea. It's well, it's a really good idea. So it seems, at least. So a suspended ribbon and curved. But let's see how hot it is, because it is using power. I know this is reflective, but yeah, I was afraid that would happen. So it's too reflective. It's like 2 degrees warmer than the surrounding by doing nothing. But, well, how much power does it consume at the moment? Because I lowered it a bit. Oh, I'm right on the money once more. I adjusted it, but ended up with the same. So 150 milliamp almost. I think that can be lower depending on how you tension this. If you tension this a little bit better, I think you can get away with slightly less power. If you don't need the excursion, you can also get away with slightly less power, which increases output, but limits the low end. This is so fun. Thanks, Jonas, for a great idea. I hope you don't mind if I use it a few times. This is weird. Well, see you next time, and hopefully I created a new ribbon so so I can test this once more, but then properly, hopefully. And see if we can get the distortion down at the lower end, although I don't think it's possible without making it push-pull, which is not something I want to do, because it is far more complicated when using this curve thing and also the whole setup. By the way, to feed this thing, I got these tiny little DC-DC converters, I think, and there are also ones that you can limit the current on, so, or maybe even the voltage is enough if you get it low enough. Might work as well. Quite cool.